Late in the show yesterday, about 9:30, I did a story about 20-somethings.
Yeah.
There was an item about why are people in their 20s miserable nowadays. And this was a whole category, like a subreddit discussion. We're told that the 20s are supposed to be fun, but a lot of people in their 20s are really, really unhappy. I don't know if this has always been the case or if it's something with this current generation. I also don't know if most people are happy in their 20s and if I'm speaking from my limited experience. We called Chloe on yesterday's show because Chloe's 22. My daughter will be 23 in August. And she said that she's happy. She's fine. So she really couldn't relate.
She also agreed that she's probably not the sample study in this whole equation.
Oh, that's right. She did say that. But we said, you know what? This was late in the show. It was the last segment. We were almost done with the show. And we thought maybe we ought to bring this back up, which we're doing right now, earlier in the show, and grab some phone calls. So, with that, I would like to ask those in their 20s that are listening right now, if you're in your 20s, are you miserable? What is this? Is this real? Why is there a whole Reddit discussion about people in their 20s being miserable nowadays? Are you in your 20s and you're miserable? Or are you in your 20s and you are happy as a clam or whatever the term is?
Yeah, we can't just take calls from depressed.
I want both ends here.
Yeah, I'm all
So
mad.
if you're very, very happy, or if you are miserable,
Or if you're just okay. How are you?
Yeah,
however you feel, call up.
Any comment on this?
And why?
Exactly. All right, 800-990-1047. So if you are in your 20s, fire up the phones and tell us, are you happy? Are you miserable? Any point in between? 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Fire up the phones and help us understand. Help us with this little research project because I've got a daughter in her 20s. I want to hear from other 20-somethings.
Your son's 20 this year, right?
Julian will be, holy crap.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Julian's going to be 20 in July. All right, Andrew's screening call. Let me grab Malik.
You know what we should do, though, is if they're happy and they know it, they should clap their hands.
Dude.
Because they're happy?
I'm trying to hold my phone and clap at the same time.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
No, we don't need a song. We don't need a song.
All right.
How about because I'm happy, clap along?
Okay.
You could do that one.
Again.
All right, let's go to
This is
phones.
spiraling out of control.
If you're in your 20s, I'd love to hear from you. I want to hear if you're happy or miserable or any point in between. I want to see what all this Reddit discussion is all about. 800-990-1047 is how you get in. Malik is in Tampa. Malik, you're first up. Good morning.
Hello.
All right, Malik, how old are you?
I'm 27.
All right, Malik, are you happy, miserable? What is your current status?
I wouldn't say I'm miserable, but I'm not too far from it.
Why? What is it? Why? Tell us.
Well, didn't you say yesterday the cost to live a comfortable life was around $90-something thousand?
Oh, that's right. We had a story. Yeah, there was a new survey research out, and nationally, these were large cities, and nationally, a single individual needed, in some of the major cities, $96,000 a year. One person, one individual to live comfortably, you need to make $96,000 a year. And then for Tampa Bay, it was just a little less. It was like $94,600 a year for a single individual to live comfortably. In Tampa Bay, you need to make $94,600 a year. So go ahead, Malik.
Yeah, that's one of them. You know, I don't know if I'll ever make that kind of money.
Well, it sounds so daunting. It sounds so out of reach when you're starting out in your life. It does. I hear you.
I mean, it's more or less, I guess, the skills I have available to me, which aren't that many at this point.
Hold on, what'd you say?
Skills.
I know that, but what'd you say? You are skilled or not skilled?
No, I don't have too many skills.
Malik, what do you do for a living?
Graffiti abatement.
All right, so you remove graffiti. Is this for a private company or for a municipality?
Municipality.
Gotcha. Well, listen, that's a nice thing you're doing, but you're not going to probably get rich doing graffiti. Did you go to school? Do you thinking about going to trade school or anything? Or
I thought about welding.
Yeah.
Or truck driving, but
You should be a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, okay.
They make all the money.
Yeah.
All right, Malik, thanks for the call. Listen,
I'm not that interested.
Malik, hopefully the MJ Morning Show brings you some enjoyment every day.
All right, thank you.
And,
All right, thanks for not agreeing.
And keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Oh, stop. He doesn't even know what that means.
All right, Malik, have a great day,
Malik,
buddy.
thanks for calling.
All right, Dallas, that opens up a line. So if you're in your 20s, are you happy or are you miserable?
And I think we need to try to make people happy because I don't think the answer is just, goodbye, you're miserable.
Yeah, tell them a joke or something.
Roxanne's chief executive officer of making depressed people happy.
Yeah.
How's that
Let's
going
try
down?
to let's try to help them. Great. Okay, you're miserable. Thanks for calling.
No way.
Goodbye.
What do you do? Give them $10?
Reddit says that people in their 20s are miserable. True or false? If you're in your 20s, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Dallas is in Tampa. Hey, Dallas.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
All right, Dallas, how old are you?
I am 29.
All right, so you've only got a year left in your 20s. What's your status? Are you happy or are you miserable?
I would say I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy in the position I'm in. I got a wife. I got a kid on the way.
Oh,
I have a
that's-
5-year-old.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, you got to clap your hands now.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question, Froggy. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Yeah.
What if you're miserable and you know it? What do you do?
Punch your crotch.
If you're miserable and you know it, punch your crotch. Oh, if you're miserable and you know it, punch your crotch. Is that it? All right, so, Dallas, you're a pretty happy guy.
Yeah.
That is nice to hear. What do you do for a living at 29 years old, Dallas?
I work in a warehouse,
What type of stuff?
medical supplies.
All right, buddy. Hey, thanks
Brag
for
a little more, Dallas.
thanks
I
for
think one of the reasons.
Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
one of the reasons why that a lot of people are like starting to be more depressed is once that generation transition where everything was more electronic on your phones and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the social aspect of things kind of got lost in like the transition. So like people aren't as social, and we're naturally supposed to be social human beings. Again, the cost of living is increasing to a crazy amount.
That's true.
It's lost in
So,
translation.
like, all these little small factors that kind of just build up, it just snowballs, and that's why, unfortunately, people either get into bad circumstances or even worse, they go 6 feet in the ground.
Okay.
Dallas,
all right,
whoa.
thank you, Dallas.
Listen, Dallas, I think you made some very good points, buddy. Thank you. Let me grab Nikki. Nikki's in Riverview. Nikki, how old are you?
Hi, I am 23 years old.
Nikki, thank you for calling the MJ Morning Show. The question is, on Reddit, why are people in their 20s miserable nowadays? Agree or disagree?
I talk for myself. I am very happy. A lot of shitty things happen to me. I mean, it happens to people
one of those
every
things would be
single day.
not saying that on the radio.
Hold on. Yeah, don't. We can't say the S bomb because
sorry.
Go with crummy.
Yeah, you could
Go
say
with crappy even.
You could say
A lot of
crappy,
bad
crummy.
things.
All right, go ahead, Nikki.
Bad things happen every day. I
Yep.
mean, people are stressed out of their mind because of the economy. But
Yep.
I think happiness comes within. I mean, I do agree with Dallas, and I think that social media does play a huge part. And I think there's like a stigma where every time you go on there, people, are always complaining about stuff, and it's always bad news. And
Well, we also have stories that are cropping up. In fact, I have one in the pile right now about social media is pushing younger people to go have plastic surgery because the expectations and all the people that are trying to look good on social media and all their videos and, the people using all the filters that
yeah.
you got tons of people in your age range that want to go have plastic surgery to look good on social media,
Yes, definitely. And it comes to the point where you are who you surround yourself with. And recently we've been surrounding ourselves only with social media and those kind of things. So you end up feeding into that, and you think you need a change, and you just don't see how blessed you are to be here every day.
Nikki, you're 23. Do you go to work or go to school?
So I go to both, actually. I'm going to school for nutrition, and then I work retail at a jewelry store. But let me say, everybody I love lives far away from me. I do have a husband, but he's in the military, and he lives in London. My dad was deported when I was 10, so I live with a...
Well, hold on. Where was your dad deported to?
Brazil.
Huh.
Oh, my goodness. And, Nikki, listen, you sound like a
Pele.
delightful young 23-year-old woman. Thanks for listening to the
you.
show. Hopefully you listen to us every morning.
Having me.
Man, I go
Yes,
back.
I do.
Yeah, take care. I have to go back to what I said yesterday when we briefly talked about it. And that is when I was in my 20s, because we didn't have social media, I had no idea what was going on in the world. My dad used to be like, Roxanne, it wouldn't hurt you to read the newspaper once in a while. I was like, Dad, I know where the drink specials are on Friday and Saturday nights. I'm good.
He's like, where is it?
Elaney,
Sink or swim.
Elaney, you're in Tampa. Elaney, how old are you?
I am 29. So I'm on the end of my 20s.
You're almost out of your 20s. Elaney,
Yes.
are 20-year-olds, those in their 20s, 20-somethings, are they miserable these days?
I would say probably yes more than no. I'm kind of lie in the middle. I know social media has already been talked about, but comparison is the thief of joy. And I know on my social media, I constantly find myself comparing, like, all these young influencers have all this, I work so hard, why don't I have this? So I think a lot of times I'll just delete social media and try to stay off my phone. And that helps, but I definitely think that is the biggest factor.
So social media depresses you.
Yes.
What about, do you follow me on Instagram by any chance?
Yeah, talk about depression.
I do not. I've been on your Instagram. I did like your daughter's photo when you asked everybody to. But.
Yeah, so my question is, if Chloe, my daughter, is plucking, did you hear about my eyebrows earlier?
No, I did not.
Okay, yeah, so before I did this segment, I told the story that last night Chloe comes down while I'm sitting on the couch with tweezers, and she's like, Dad, I'm going to pluck your eyebrows because they're out of control on MJTV. So I wanted to, would that make you happy or miserable if you saw my daughter plucking my eyebrows?
Okay, that would make me laugh, honestly. That's like wholesome content.
Well, a lady, that's a good reason to give me a follow at Certified MJ Radio.
This is going the wrong way.
All right.
This is depressing me.
All right, Elaney, thanks for the
Come
call.
on. Thank you,
All right,
Elaney.
every line is jammed with 20-somethings.
Can we get a younger? I mean, all we're getting is 28, 29-year-old.
I tell you, I wish Nielsen could get their freaking act together.
Who's he?
All right,
Leslie?
Rick, hold on, Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. All right, so Bo is in Tampa. Bo is 25 years old. Hi, Bo. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Bo, are you there? All right, hold on. Let me put Bo. I think he must have flipped over.
Bye,
hey,
Bo.
monitor Bo. Let me grab Haley in Trinity. Haley, also 25 years old. Is that correct, Haley?
Yes, it is.
Haley, do you agree with this Reddit discussion that 20-somethings are miserable?
Yeah, I would say that I do.
Why?
I mean, a good portion of it is partly that the cost of living is so high that if you're in your 20s, because you're doing entry-level work, you're not able to make enough to live comfortably. But also, if you want to pursue your interests and things of that nature, academia is so out of control. I mean, they want master's degrees for jobs that you're going to be making $20 an hour for and things like that. So you have to go through all this schooling, which is going to cost a bunch of money.
Haley, did you go through an extended education and expensive education period?
I'm still in school. I recently finished my bachelor's, but I am in my master's degree at the moment.
That's awesome. Master's in what?
So I'm doing my master's in both applied behavior analysis and in mental health counseling.
All right, you call me when you get that degree. I need some help.
Fester needs a lot of help. Well, Haley, thanks for calling in, and I hope you find your happiness. And so you're not making? Are you working part-time at all now?
I have 2 jobs currently on top of full-time school. So I work as a behavior therapist and as a pharmacy technician.
All right. So what do you think you make a year? Because we have the story that single people in Tampa need to make $94,000 a year to live comfortably. Are you anywhere near that?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I probably make anywhere from $35,000 to $40,000. The only reason I can afford to live is that I'm really lucky my boyfriend is a pharmacist.
Oh, wow.
You could be in radio.
Yeah, thank you, Haley. Have a great day.
Haley, do you know who Bobby McFerrin is? Listen to his song. It'll make you feel better.
Phones are loaded. We are loaded. Every line is jammed with a 20-something. Bo is back, by the way. Bo in Tampa. Bo, you're 25 as well, correct?
Yes, sir. Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing fine. 20-somethings, miserable or happy?
Happy, not miserable at all. Honestly, maybe I'm an outlier because I'm pretty optimistic about things, but no, I'm not miserable at all.
What's your secret to happiness?
Weed.
Maybe a little bit of that, but optimism. Honestly, it's really optimism.
Bo, what do you do for a living?
About things. I sell RV and boat parts, but
Ooh.
Man, you know
my dad passed away in the end of January, so I've been stabilizing and running his lawn business the past 2 months.
Gotcha.
Good
Bo,
for you,
Sound
Bo.
like a good guy.
thanks for listening to us, Bo. Have a great day. John is in Tampa. John's on the low end of the 20s. John, you're 21. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, John, 20-somethings. Are they miserable, yes or no?
I'm somewhere in the middle, I'd say. I'm a little stressed. I'm actually in a work truck right now with a 25 and a 22-year-old as well.
Well, ask them. Is everyone happy or are they miserable?
Well, I'm running this crew. I'm stressed out. The other one has to take an Uber to work every day because he can't get a car right now, and the other one has a sports betting addiction. So,
yeah, it's not funny, but
Sorry. Yeah, sorry for laughing.
Who are you,
but that's-
Greg Carton?
What kind of work do you guys do?
My God. What kind of work do you do, John?
we work for a land surveying company.
Gotcha. All right, listen, John, I wish you the best, and I want to thank you all for listening to the MJ Morning Show. Hopefully it's a regular thing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Nicholas and Lutz, also 21 years old. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're responding to a Reddit discussion on Reddit, why people in their 20s are miserable nowadays. Nicholas, go.
Yes, can you hear me, MJ?
Loud and clear, go.
Awesome. So I am as happy as I can be right now. For me, what makes me happy is just spending time with things that I enjoy.
What do you enjoy? What makes you happy?
So in my free time, I've been trying to find a lot of stuff that I can do after work because if work doesn't make me happy, something has to. So I coach a Little League baseball team here in Lutz.
Oh, how old are the kids?
The kids are 9 years old and 10 years old.
Awesome.
So I grew up playing baseball. Baseball was my life when I was a kid. And I also I spend time growing with my relationships with my community, such as like church. Church always is a blast.
Nicholas, it sounds like you're happy. I think it's fantastic. Thank you, buddy, and thanks for listening.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew, I got to cut this off in a minute. Don't take any more. Let me grab Nick, Brendan, Stephen, Robert, and then I'm going to finish up with it. But every line is jammed here. Nick is in Parrish. Nick, how old are you?
Hey, I'm 28.
Nick, miserable or happy or somewhere in between?
I'd like to say somewhere in between. I had a few things I got a little lucky with. I'd like to say as of right now, student debt with our age is at an all-time high. Being able to afford a home these days, it's just unheard of at this generation. Dating life is horrible with social media, and people are just coming down with way more health issues these days.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. It's a lot of fees. I mean, do you have student debt?
I do have some student debt. Not horrible in the 20s.
Yeah, but to be 28 and be saddled with $20-something thousand in debt.
Listen, there are folks that have a whole
lot more. Sure.
Nick, thanks for the call. Brendan in Tampa. Brendan, I'll take Brendan, Stephen, Robert. Brendan, how old are you?
I am 27.
All right. Reddit says people in their 20s are miserable nowadays. Agree or disagree?
Disagree, for sure.
Why?
So my early 20s were definitely not the easiest, but somewhere a few years ago, I developed a work ethic and a motivation to want more for myself and be better, and life's been great. And so I think a lot of people kind of play into the cost of living thing, and then they kind of just clam up and they just accept that. But that's not exactly the case.
Thanks for the call. All right, Stephen in Los Angeles is listening to us. Stephen, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Stephen, are you from here in the Tampa Bay area originally, or you just found us online?
Originally, but yeah, now I listen to you online.
What do you do in L.A.? You like trying to be an actor or something?
Oh, God, no. No, I work on the other side of the film and TV industry.
Okay, what is that?
So I work in the scenic department. So anything that you see on the walls, anything that
Oh, well, so you are in the movie business.
Right, but not an actor. It's different.
That's fantastic. All right, so Stephen, you're 22 in L.A. Are you happy or miserable?
Exceedingly happy.
What's your secret?
Well, financial security helps for sure because, being young and being able to save money, even though LA is expensive, being able to save money, put money into my 401k, and knowing that, I have a job is helpful.
All right, Stephen, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you listening.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell your caller, Malik, he should join a union. Because if he doesn't feel he has a skill set, he should take a trade exam.
Yeah.
Because he will make so much money.
That's good. And you know what? It sounds like you're a happy guy because you're willing to help other people. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen. Thanks for checking in. Boy. And Robert in Lakeland. Robert, how old are you?
I am 20 years old. I'll be 21 a week from today.
All right, so you're just in your 20s. Are you miserable or happy?
Well, I can tell you I'm happy. You want to know why?
Why?
First-time caller.
Look at
All
that.
right. Does it for you.
First-time caller on the MJ Morning Show.
It's a really low barometer.
Yeah. I've been listening to you guys since October of 2022, since I got my license when I was 18 years old.
That's great.
Well, thank you, Robert.
Thanks,
Robert. It's very appreciated. Thank you, buddy, and call again. Be a second-time caller. All right, last call, and then we got to move on. And if you're just tuning in, you're like, what's going on here? We're just trying to respond to a Reddit post and a whole thread that people in their 20s are miserable. And I don't think we got that from every caller. I think we got a mix. All right, one last call. Doug in Dunedin. Doug, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
God, was that guy's name Robert? Because that guy was a dumbass, man. Stupid ass call. Hello, this is Doug. Hello.
Yeah, Doug.
Hey, what's up, man? I don't know. I'm 29, and I'm always pissed off and really sad about stuff.
What can we do to help you, Doug?
What are you sad about, Doug?
This is my parents are annoying as hell, man. They're just both. Do you guys know what a midget is? The little people. Both of my parents are little people, and they're always nagging me, and I just hang on a second. Clean your room, you son of a bitch! Fuck you, stupid man! Dude, I'm gonna swear to God, I'm gonna kill him, man. So I'm really sad about stuff. My name's Doug.
Yes. Is there any coincidence that Froggy is out of the studio right now?
Doug, don't. Doug,
you lazy sack of shit. Get in here, get the one.
Froggy, you just said lazy sack of. You can't say the S-bomb. You can't say lazy.
Froggy.
I do what I want. Get out of here and run the line.
He's fighting with his.
I told you, man.
All right, Froggy, get back in here.
Yes. Get in here.
That cursed?
Yeah,
Froggy,
you called yourself a lazy sack of.
What are you?
Oh my God.
Froggy just dropped the. I had to dump it. Froggy said lazy sack of bleep.
What happened?
What happened?
Someone named Doug called and we had to dump him.
First of all, it wasn't even that funny. Second of all, little people of America are pissed.
I had to spice
and
it
two,
up.
you said you called yourself a bag of bleep.
Oh, no, he was talking to his dad, the midget.
Yeah, but listen, I think we had a mixed bag. And I'll tell you what else I realized, that we have a ton of listeners in their 20s. Sure as hell wish that the measurement system was accurate.
Yeah, I was surprised how many calls we got. 20 years.
Listen, it's nonstop. We turned away.